This is a story of how construction built me up in ways that I still use today, but it also broke me down and demolished me in areas that I really didn't expect. Now, as always, let's start with the good. I developed a serious work ethic and I wanted to get out there and really just get my hands dirty. And it was a great way for me to build up that, discipline of turning up and just getting the job done and staying until it was completed. I started becoming sharper with the tools, became more creative and, had a better strategy when it came to actually getting jobs done, becoming more efficient. And over time, my attention to detail really got dialed in. But also on the flip side, I'll put it straight, I developed some bad habits. Not only just because of the environments that I was in, but also the people that I was surrounding myself with. So you've got to carefully court who you are spending most of your time with. Everyone knows you're the sum of the five people, but it really is true in the fact that not only just the things that they do with their spare time, either drinking, smoking, doing drugs, or also how they speak. My speech deteriorated. Not that I was particularly eloquent at the time, but my speech and also the way that I expressed my emotions certainly took a turn for the worst. My emotions, or the way that you outlet your feelings, turned from just being able to sort of say things in a normal manner, but because you're in a macho man versus man environment, it becomes either anger and frustration, and then that turns into just blowing out because you don't have any way of actually expressing your feelings. That energy builds up, and it's quite common on site that you can see it actually erupts and ends up becoming, you spend a lot of time with the same people. You can I've seen people actually lose their cool over some small stuff, but repetitive things. Now that's not really what you want to be around. It's not a particularly great working environment, and that's not just one place. That's an industry-wide issue, and I think a lot of it stems from as well the frustration that people want more. They want to be doing better things with their time, but this is the only way that, or the only outlet that they can do, is working in sometimes the conditions aren't great, freezing cold or way too warm. A multitude of different things that come together to make people very angry and very frustrated with their situation. Now, would I recommend getting into the construction industry? If it is your next viable step, say your grades aren't brilliant at college, or you're looking to just get your hands dirty and do something and get out there and make something of yourself, construction can be a great start. And there is a great ladder to working up your way in construction. The good thing about it is you've got the ability to progress if you show willing, because a lot of people won't stick it out, or if they're in there, they'll just do the bare minimum, or they'll give the lowest amount of effort for the paycheck. So if you actually do put yourself in and make some, or put some good effort in, you'll rise above the rest very quickly. I left construction because I knew I wanted a little bit more from my life. And that's not to discredit the people that still are in construction, because there are some great people, and really and truly those people are what keep all of the countries afloat. If it isn't for those people, then buildings aren't getting made, roads aren't getting laid, and a big part of society helps keep that alive, and it's forgotten, it's discredited, and there is a big stigma against the construction industry, that it's just full of idiots. Now, there's idiots everywhere, so it just depends where you are and who you're with, but on a whole, it's no different to any other industry. But to round it out, the discipline and the work ethic the morals, the attention to detail, I still use that every day, and it's probably one of the reasons why I'm where I am at the moment. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have been able to save up the money to leave and live on the other side of the world, or even just to have the confidence to approach someone on the building site. Translates to everything. So just a quick video on how I view my past. I don't regret anything that I've done, or the jobs that I've done have been super influential in the way that I live my life now. And if you want to get out there and learn something, go and knock on some doors, go and bring some people, reach out and just get there. Sometimes you're not going to get it first shot. Well, 99% of the time you're not going to get it first shot, and just keep getting around there until you get a yes.